every whiskey has a story. Went on one of those whiskey tours, really had no expectation. I was really a tequila guy, but the story behind whiskeys will really grab your imagination. And just seeing some of the hard work that still goes into making whiskey, I mean, how can you not fall in love with it?
Wow.
It's just
Because I look at all these bottles, and you obviously have to know what's in them. You have to be a connoisseur. You know, where'd the appreciation come from?
really what you just said, trying to figure it out. Whiskey drinkers are some of the most difficult people in the world. So you love what you love. And when you really figure out what's a bourbon, what's a rye, Irish, Scotch, wherever you're going, it really grabs you and you really try to figure it out.
Owner David Shanks shares his vision and passion for whiskey with his longtime friend and former Vashon and Mizzou teammate, Will Franklin. Franklin, the former Tiger star and NFL receiver, says that Whisky on Washington fits the energy and style of Washington Avenue perfectly. You are, simply put, one of the greatest athletes we've ever had come out of this city. How has the experience of football and the love of your city, how have you had that feel capture what's going on in this place?
Oh man, it's the city has always, embraced me from a young man all the way until, who I am today. And it's big for me and my brothers to give back to the community the way we want to give back to it. And this is just one of the ways that we're starting to.
Will Franklin, what has he meant to you? What has he meant to what you guys have been able to establish here?
I mean, anybody knows me and Will, that's, we probably met 20 years ago, around this time on a football field at Vashon, and we've really been inseparable ever since. So not only what he means to Whisky on Washington as a business, but what he means to me as a brother from another mother. We just make it work. This would not have worked without him. When I started this in June of 18, he was probably the second person that I called after calling my mom. And
That's tight.
And say, hey man, what we gonna do? I already paid, so I mean, what we gonna do? So, he really got on this journey with me from day one, as we have been for the last 20 years.
You get people come in, and I know it's not often you be able to talk to a pro or a former pro, and others see that, and you can come in and you actually sit and have a conversation where I make you a cocktail as I transition into a different career.
You're in education.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about just how does that work?
That is definitely my first love. Education is where I get all my blessings. It is my passion. It is my love. I'm dedicated to that work 24/7.
Is there some link between being an educator and educating people on the finest of whiskey?
Well, most educators love history. If we could major in it, I think we all would be social studies teachers. And whiskey really captures that imagination. They all have some sort of story behind them. And again, one of my favorites will be this Uncle Nearest Started out with Jack Daniels, never got the recognition. Young lady by the name of Fawn Weaver brings it back, and also brings back the descendants of Uncle Nearest.
You got to tell me though, Will, how can you keep all this information in your mind? I guess you just became a connoisseur, and you have to study. When people come in here, you got to know, right?
Yes, you have to. It's for me. It's no different. I apply myself in different things that I've done before. Once you take an interest to it, I just know how to go full head of steam into it.
What did you imagine when you wanted to put this place together? What did you want to see?
I wanted to give Washington an opportunity to fall in love with whiskey the way that I have. We really don't have a whiskey bar you could just walk off the street and walk into. You have some in some hotels and some things, but just really that old school Cheers type feel where you could just come in, get you a good glass, have a nice conversation and get on back to what you got to do today.
And I wanted you to feel at home. I wanted you to feel safe. I want you to come in and actually say, this is my place. I come here every day and I smile because I was a kid from North St. Louis that just only had a dream and wanted to just make it. And didn't know what that looked like. And here I am today with my brothers. We own a bar, one of many that we were planning on doing. And what more can you ask for?
What do you love about this job?
I love that it's different every day. You do not know what's going to walk through that door. And again, you do not know what's going to walk through that door. So I really love the people. I really love the stories. I think this has to be like kind of a barber or a beautician. I think we kind of get in and people just, come in and love on us and we love on them.
Awesome.
Appreciate you.
Man. Appreciate you.